going to get straight into our non-spoiler end of Oak Street review. Eric, you're going first.
You are the guest. Okay.
I want to hear your score first, actually. We usually start off with scores.
Do it. Are we going to do like it once, or do I say
You say it first, yeah.
I settled on a 3.5.
Whoa.
Out of 10, not 5. I am a big dinosaur fan. I also like scary movies. I knew this wasn't going to be like a truly scary movie, but I was kind of hoping for more of a like make me feel like dinosaurs are scary. It was so fucking stupid, man. Like there was just there was funny stupid parts, but there was just parts where I couldn't like really take the movie seriously. So it was enjoyable, fun watch. It's never going to be on a television that I'm near ever again in my life.
You want to go see it again?
No.
You want to see it in IMAX, bro?
Yeah, we could have saw it in IMAX, but you had to save a guy from a dog bite.
Yeah, so I work at the Humane Society. If you want a dog, holler at me. But we were originally supposed to go see it at 9 o'clock. I was still working at 9 o'clock, and I was an hour away from the theater. There was a damn near a dinosaur. We had like a 160-pound Great Dane come in that was trying to mess me up. So I had to get him situated, find him a kennel, make him feel nice. Took a good amount of time. So we were late, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning now, but that's all right. It was a good time. I'm glad we saw it when we did. It was supposed to be an IMAX.
Yeah, an hour
My
earlier.
bad, y'all. I'm sorry.
It's all good. All right, now you go
I wanted to
next.
see it with you.
What's your score?
My score is a 4 out of 10.
We're moving up.
The dialogue is so bad.
Yeah.
Like consistently throughout the movie. It's so cringy. It's terrible. Like characters constantly just call out the obvious like throughout the whole movie. And
It's kind of crazy.
Remind me, there's something I want to say about that when we're not doing. When we're doing spoilers, I want to make a point about that, but I will forget.
Okay.
we'll bring it back up. But it's, I mean, obviously some of the action sequences are cool just because you get to see like dinosaurs are awesome and it's cool to see like CGI dinosaurs. But like, dude, other than those like few bright spots in the action, like it is just a low key a terrible movie. I'm not gonna lie.
You want to go?
You don't want to go?
Not really.
Why do you?
I can go if you want me to.
What if I want to go last?
I'll go first.
What if I
I'll
wanna
go,
go
I'll go
last?
third then. I'll go third then. Okay. I'll give my score.
Okay.
I
don't really care, but yeah.
I'm either at a 5 or a 6. I'm a little bit higher than you guys. Here, I want to say this. This is what I was saying. I kind of want to say. You guys all don't really watch slasher like movies, right? Like the whole point of you go to those movies is because you just want to see people get killed. Like that's what you're going to it for, and that's kind of what I came into this. Like that's why how I come into Jurassic World movies, because in every single one of those movies, I expect the dialogue and like the plot to be not that great. So I just have lower expectations for these movies, and I don't. It could be dumb. Like you probably will completely disagree, especially since you gave it a 3.5 and a 4. But when I go into these movies, I almost do it on like a different scale in a way, just because I don't expect it to be like the greatest like cinema experience I've ever seen. So like in terms of just the stupid parts of this movie, I agree they're there. If you actually want actually good plot and all that, it's going to be terrible. But if you're going into this just to have fun and watch dinosaurs kill people and just have funny moments like that, you're going to get that. So I feel like it's just a middle of the road movie, because there definitely are like bad things that even if I'm going into it with these expectations, I'm still going to be like, yeah, that's bad. But that's my opinion on it. So I'd give it either a 5 or a 6. So
Can you give a hard number?
5.5.
Okay. That's actually really funny because I was in the exact same spot. I was debating between a 5 and a 6. I'm leaning lower just because I agree there's a lot of issues with dialogue, and even the plot doesn't really function as it should. A lot of stuff just kind of randomly happens and they don't explain a lot of it. So I think there's bright spots to it. There are definitely aspects of it that I enjoy. As Nick said, I like seeing a lot of the action, and it's a very gruesome like dinosaur sort of movie in that sense. Like it's much more violent than a lot of the Jurassic movies. So I enjoy it for what it's worth, but
It's also scarier. I know we were talking about it a little bit.
It is.
That's a
it's definitely
plus.
like it's scary. There are more jump scare moments, even though there aren't really. I'd say like a ton, but like it's definitely more terrifying than I would say, especially for probably younger viewers.
I think it's more just the way it was shot, because like there's so many scenes where like
something like stalking in the
Yes,
tree
or
line,
the way
behind a
they move the
house.
camera. Like for example, when they're driving the car and it's kind of like just on their backs, and it doesn't show you what's in front of them until they've turned, and you're thinking, is there going to be a dinosaur in front of them? They film everything like that so that you're a little bit tense.
It's called I think blocking, right?
Yeah, so they did a lot of that. And you don't get a ton of that from the Jurassic World movies because this really dug into the horror aspect of it. While I feel like Jurassic World and Park are more thriller based, not really horror. So I dug that more. So that kind of plays into why I'm a little bit higher on it than you guys too.
Yeah. So I would say I'm kind of between a 5 and a 5.5. I'll probably just say 5. I think it's a nice, just right down the middle of. It's not the worst movie ever, but it's not really great. So,
I wouldn't say it's a good movie, but
no, not by any means.
I thought for what it was going for, it accomplished some things. I enjoyed it. Like it was quite the movie experience. So.
Definitely. I was gonna say I think this is like the perfect watch for if you're at home and just want to like talk a bunch of crap about a movie with your friends, hang out.
Oh, we're gonna go into it during spoilers.
Yeah, so like it's an enjoyable experience if you're with friends and just get to laugh and see some crazy stuff happen. But if you're going for like an actual well written, well acted, well directed movie, this is not it.
All right. Any other non-spoilers? Because we can just get straight into spoilers. Because I know that's what we all want to talk about. So, okay.
Go for it.
So this is your spoiler warning. Eric, you're starting it.
All right.
What do you want to say about
I gotta go
spoilers?
first every time.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 2 random things that pissed me off. I want to get off my chest real quick. First of all, we start the movie. It's very like 80s cute. I like how it's shot. I was enjoying it. I was more into it than I thought I'd be. I went into this movie thinking it was gonna be really cheesy. I was like, okay, I really like the vibe. I like the slow start. It's not just like, oh my god, there's dinosaurs everywhere.
Yeah.
When things started happening, the fucking, what are we gonna call the event that happens? The lights are going on there, whatever we want to call it. Everyone's ears start ringing, and like I really liked the audio. It was very cool how it like made it feel like my ears were ringing. It like deafened the sound for a second, and I was like, this is cool. And the way it's shot, they all come into the hallway, and then every fucking character looks at the screen and goes, it feels like I'm in an airplane. It sounds like my underwater. And it was just like, okay, I fucking get that. Like, why do we have to announce it? I feel like it would be way better if we were like, that's when you said everyone's announcing everything that's happening. It very much felt like we're going to pretend the audience is 4 years old and we have to make sure they know what's happening. There's a dinosaur right there, Dad. Like the whole time. And I was just like, holy fuck, dude, I see it.
When she was like, are you alone? She's
Dude,
standing there.
It's just with no one by her. Yeah,
And then she's bandaging her leg, and it's like a 3-inch deep cut, and she's like, does it hurt?
Yeah.
Do you think it hurts?
The dialogue was definitely horrible. Like that's something I cannot excuse because like there were so many like lines that said I'd be like, really? You could have not thought of anything else that could have been better. But yeah, it was pretty bad. So
yeah, I think a lot of the dialogue was genuinely unbearable. Like there were moments where I was kind of getting into it and I was like, ooh, this is kind of creepy, this is cool. And then all of a sudden someone rips a one-liner and I'm like, I'm fully out of the movie now. I don't care anymore. It honestly, if it was just like decently written dialogue, the movie could have been a 5 or 6 for me, enjoyable watch, whatever. I genuinely find it to be a bad movie because of how bad it was. The other thing, one second. Oh, pardon me. I'm having a really good chocolate shake. The one thing, I don't know if you guys are going to agree on this. The whole like bully sequence.
that was
fucking
that was
gosh,
terrible.
yes.
Why would you
Why?
do that when you know there's dinosaurs everywhere?
for that. But first of all, why is it even in the story? He has this bully that chases him on a bike for one scene.
Yeah,
It's
what is the
very-
purpose of that?
It's very 80s school bully. I'm going to find you. And he hides behind the bushes. They're all riding their bikes, whatever. Haha, laughs off with his friends. Don't see him again. It's just like a one-off, this guy's trying to beat my ass. And then all of a sudden in the middle of the fucking dinosaur apocalypse, he's running through the neighborhood in the middle of the night and his bully tackles him, beats his ass, disappears in the night, and that's it. There's never a
Here's what I
conclusion.
thought was going to happen, and it would have made a little bit of sense. I thought a dinosaur was going to pop up and kill them.
I did too.
And that would have made sense because then just like, okay, add more kills. Like, it makes sense, I guess, that he would like go out and punch him, even though why would you do that during a dinosaur apocalypse or whatever? But they don't. Like, we just don't see them again.
I 100% thought that the bully, the kid, whatever, was going to die while he was attacking.
Exactly, and he would run
the main
away
kid.
because it's, yeah.
That's
what I
but
thought.
you're right. That didn't happen.
So I agree. I don't understand the point of that. That was really dumb.
No, very true.
So
I mean, I think there were so many moments like that throughout this movie where things happened and you're like, what was the point?
I
of
also
that?
want to say Anne Hathaway, the fact that she's in
Yes.
this movie is insane because she is like such a way better actress than everyone in that movie.
No,
It's
she
not
was
even close.
actually killing it. Like she had some like good moments. Not like the best moments of her career by any means. Like,
Yeah, but,
but she had nothing to work with for half.
Yes,
of the movie.
but the fact that this movie had that bad of like writing and dialogue, and she like had the
she had a
performance
good
she did,
performance.
Dude,
that's crazy.
Another scene I have to bring up is when I guess it's a T-Rex or is it an Allosaurus? Like,
I think the main carnivore we see was an Allosaurus.
okay, Allosaurus.
For a minute, I thought it might have been like a Eutyrannus. I'm pretty sure it was Allosaurus.
But it's not.
Look at the
Everything
dinosaur
was
nerds over
very
here.
like, we're gonna go like quote unquote scientifically accurate feathers and quills on everything. So I don't know what everything was.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're going for Allosaurus though.
Dude, it's eating her husband, and she's just standing there, like 2 feet from it, watching it. Like,
Yeah. Okay, it's dumb. Like, obviously, she should be running, but it doesn't bother me as much as you guys, just because the fact that her husband just got eaten in front of her. That could be 100% make you.
So I noticed that. Thank you. I noticed that you guys were complaining a lot about the kids being upset and crying a bunch, which I get to certain degrees. It was extensive, but as soon
Dude.
as their dad died, I understood.
That makes sense.
That
I'm saying,
made
if
complete
Kerrigan was
sense to
getting eaten in front of you, would you run, or would you like stop for a second and be like,
I
okay,
think
yeah, maybe I would hesitate for a second, but it
okay,
would
sure.
not have been
If it was too
I
long,
agree.
sure, but like, yeah,
I agree. You would hesitate. You'd be like, "Oh my god," and then you would be like, "Okay, I need to just get out of here." There's nothing I can do.
I mean,
sure.
at a certain point, I mean,
But yeah,
like it's a dinosaur.
I think just
What
'cause-
is-
yeah, I think
What
just
am I gonna do?
I
Like-
think just because of the fact that I think it's normal for someone to have that reaction. Sure, it was too long. It didn't really bother.
okay,
me
what
much.
about the rooftop scene then?
Oh yeah, that was terrible. I hated that. Like, why did it take forever to jump?
That, yes, I want to add to the previous scene really quick. The part that pissed me off so bad. Her husband's getting eaten. Yes, there's a second of shock. She's 3 feet away from a giant carnivore.
Are you gonna say
who
why
was-
wouldn't he just eat it? Well,
Why does the Allosaurus stops and is fucking just gnawing on him like he's a goddamn chew
I thought
toy?
that's what dinosaurs be doing though.
I've never met one,
I thought
but
don't they do that in Ark?
I mean, yes, but that's a video game mechanic that they
Yeah,
eat their
but-
prey, whatever. To me, if you're trying to kill, if it's a fucking predator and there's someone else standing as far as we are away, and she's just going for like literally 15 seconds as he's chewing her to death. Her fucking kids are 10 feet behind her. Get out of there! Like, I don't know. It was so like stupid movie logic of, oh my god, my husband, and she just stood there for way too, again, a second of shock. Sure, your kids are back there. There's some random little girl that's in the movie for some reason back there, and they
She
just,
does add nothing to
yeah,
the
why the
plot.
fuck was she there?
I don't know. It was like I thought it was gonna be a stupid love interest thing, and then they don't get together.
Yeah, they perv on her in the first scene, and then she ends up being a part of the family for literally no reason. Hardly has any fucking lines.
Yeah.
I don't know. The movie was dog shit. I'll stop.
Also, okay, this is something else I had to bring up. What happens to like the wife and the kids at the end of the movie? I guess because they travel back in time. I guess they just die.
That version of them probably does. I guess. I assume.
So they just
Wait.
stole their dad and are like, yeah,
Yeah.
those old versions of us die.
I guess.
Probably.
I guess that's what happened.
That's
They
just
don't.
like
They
a
don't
major
explain
plot
that.
hole.
They don't explain
I don't
that.
understand.
But
I don't
like,
think it's necessarily a plot hole. It's
Yeah.
just like the idea of like, yeah, I guess those versions of them are dead.
yeah.
So now
I would think that is another. They pretty much changed changed what was going to happen, and they literally just be like, "Where is our
Because
dad?"
they saved all these
They're probably just
other
gonna think he's
random,
dead.
All these other
Yeah.
characters get saved because apparently she calls them. Which, by the way, ordering a pizza is the way they solve everything. Like, bro, what is going on?
it was a quick way to like get their dad because she knew he was doing.
Yeah, I
deliveries,
mean,
so,
I
like,
get it. I don't know. It's
I mean, I
just-
get it's lame that
Yeah.
that's how it happened, but I think it makes sense enough because he would obviously deliver it and he has to do it quickly
Yeah.
because that's the whole point. Is
I don't. I feel like there's a lot of valid complaints you can have about this movie. I don't think that's that
I don't,
valid.
yeah, I don't think that's
to be
necessary.
honest.
I think that's one of those
because it
things
makes
where,
sense. Like if you order a pizza, he's gonna go deliver it there. Like, and that was like a very known thing about the movie.
Okay, actually, I don't think that's necessarily true because he shows up at the house at 11 something. He
think
clearly was clocked out, ready to go home for the night. Like they call like 5 minutes before 11 o'clock, and they're like, "Hey, we need this pizza."
He
20
when
minutes.
on that night when it happens, he shows up and he's pulling in as the thing is going off,
Yeah.
and he gets there.
Yeah, I
before.
just struggle to believe that in that 20-minute span was enough time for him to have to go deliver a pizza.
Probably
Like,
the
how
last
was he
minute.
not clocked out by? I don't know. I feel like we're just like
I get it. I
we're
think-
making a lot of excuses for this to make sense.
I don't think. I think, like I said, I think there's a lot of valid complaints you can have with this movie. I feel like
Yeah.
that's such a minor
I
one.
think that's one of the things where it's like you're already not having a good time.
That you're just gonna
with
hate on
other stuff,
everything.
So it's just it just avalanches to more and more and more. And I understand it. It's not a
Yeah,
crazy
it
complaint.
happens. Like I
but
would
like
do it too. So.
I don't think that's too crazy. But
yeah.
I think there's a lot of other complaints that are much more valid than. Like,
I mean, that's not my number one complaint. That's just one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What other spoilers? I'm sure you got something.
What did we all think of the dinosaur back shots?
Best scene of the movie?
That had to be at least like top 2-3 scenes. It probably was. That was so funny.
Bro, the fact that she wanted to take a picture was actually insane.
Bro.
Like, she's going to just see that for the rest of her life. Like, yeah, guys,
She was
look.
kissing it.
Yeah. What he was dead.
She was kissing the picture.
I think it was one of those, like, obviously the movie was trying to be funny. A lot of times.
It kind of was funny.
It was, yes. But that was very obviously like, let's be funny. There's
I don't think
hairy
it was the funny
sauropods.
in the intention that they were supposed to be funny. I think it was funny in the, like, this movie is so terrible.
What the hell's going on?
I think
Yes.
dinosaurs fucking was supposed to be funny.
Yeah. I think if I was enjoying the
but
movie, I would have laughed.
I was not laughing in the sense of, like, oh, these dinosaurs are having sex. I was laughing in the sense of, like, they found a way to make this movie worse.
That was honest to God the best part of the movie.
serious.
I'm not
100%
joking.
was.
It was funny, but like the part that like bothered me was it was just so long. Like they were on scene.
They
he
were
probably got
actually going
15
crazy
to
forever.
17 strokes in. Then they switch to the fucking roof angle, and you see the mother sauropod literally leaning into the roof, going. And then it switches. Like, why? Why do we need a fucking up close of her moaning? It was just a lot. The picture thing was goofy. It was obviously very much supposed to just be look at those dinosaurs fucking. But like, I don't know. It was weird, but it was funny. There was the one scene that I like genuinely laughed, and it wasn't like a this is a horrible movie laugh. It was like a what the, it was at least
Bro,
what is
sorry.
happening laugh.
He was scared of the snake.
Dude, I was not. Really? That's not the snake. Dude, I just don't like snakes, though.
No, but
Like,
I would
if-
say
like, if
that
it-
scene was the most tense scene of the movie to me.
well, yeah, well, if they
the
had
snake.
if they had like a prehistoric like shark or something, you easily would have like.
Yeah.
If there was like a scene like in the water, or even the
Oh,
crocodile,
yeah, I definitely would have been
Even the
tense.
crocodiles, like if there was a scene in the water with the crocodiles, like in the basement, you would
I
have been.
definitely thought there was going to be
Yeah,
something in
you
the
were.
basement.
You
Bro, I thought there was going to be.
you would have been doing the same thing I was doing.
I know. I'm just saying, but that scene was extremely tense. I think when it was about to like,
It was also just I don't know. The whole thing was weird because it never really chased anybody until like at the last second. It was like it turned and it was like, oh yeah, I will go after a human. Like it like past like 3 rooms with humans in it, and also earlier in the movie when when it's in the pool, it just doesn't go after him then either. Like it was just weird.
I will say, I mean, even in like the wild, it's not like animals constantly are hunting. Obviously, there's the strong risk of it.
I mean, I think every other animal in the movie is constantly hunting.
I don't know. I mean, we saw like the thing about like the allosaur. Like, I think I was gonna make this point that like, first of all, we have no idea. We genuinely have zero idea of how these dinosaurs like hunting behaviors were. We can guess the best we can, but there's no way we have any general idea. So it's all into interpretation for the sake of the movie. And yes, they are hunting majority of the movie. That's how like predators do. Like, but I think that to a certain degree, like I honestly be curious to see like if there are carnivorous animals in the wild today, like lions, tigers, cheetahs, like whatever in the African Sahara especially. Do they go for a kill and then they kind of just stay on that kill? I think I don't think they usually like keep going even if they're. I mean, if there's something maybe right next to it, I understand that's very plausible. Especially in the dinosaurs case, they need a lot more meat or food energy than one human. But I don't think it's like this incredible plot hole because we don't directly know.
I wouldn't necessarily saying it was a plot hole. I'm just
Okay.
saying that every other animal in the movie, like every raptor we see, every single, literally every like pterodactyl, every other animal is like constantly chasing somebody and trying to eat
Yeah.
it. And then the 2 times we see the snake, it like doesn't really chase anybody until like the last
Until it
second.
turns.
Yeah.
I will say I think that they tried to set up in that. She was messing with like stuff and going.
Yeah,
to the
I mean,
cabinets.
it's to build a suspension. I get why they were doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just like
Well, I think she like made a noise, and I think that's kind of what drew
Yeah.
it towards her. I understand that because yeah, like I think it very easily could have saw like the one kid in the bedroom, which it eventually goes back.
yeah, it does go back after him. I mean, it's not a plot hole. I'm just saying like
It's weird.
it's just weird.
I get that.
I really wasn't trying to make it that like a 5-minute talking point of the
Yeah.
but
No, you're good.
all right, what other scenes?
You want to talk about the dog?
Oh yeah, you had a dog thing to say.
First of all, never keep your dog outside on a fucking leash overnight all the time. It's a terrible way to keep a dog outside. Don't keep your dog outside in general. Starbuck's a dog shit name for a dog.
That's a crazy
He was
name.
pretty cute, but it was very much like, oh, my son loves my dog. My dog got out and he's missing. And then last second, holy fuck, it's my dog. And he's running up and he jumps and fights a dinosaur in midair and saves the day. Yeah, it was.
One of the pteranodon, those
Pterosaurs.
pterosaurs.
Yeah.
One of the pterosaurs.
It was horrible. And I love dogs, obviously, very big dog person. When dogs are like super forced into the plot, it becomes really kind of cringe to me. It worked for a good part of this movie. Like the beginning, whatever, it was just a family dog. They were sad that he got missing, and that's why fucking Peter or whatever his name. What is his fucking name? Brian. That's why Brian snuck out the window to go find fucking Starbuck. Yeah. But
Peter.
Everyone's name is Peter.
Spider.
He's looking at me right now. But I just felt like at the end where it's like, I always hate on cliches. I get it. It's part of movies. But he's about to die. And my God, the dog that's been missing in the entire fucking Jurassic Park for an hour has come out to save the day. And he jumps and saves Brian's life. And it was just so like, all right.
It was the most obvious thing like ever. But he wasn't
the entire time I was like, when is Starbuck fucking saving the day?
Yeah.
And why the hell was his name Starbuck?
I don't know. Ask Brian.
All right.
Also, it was so obvious that the librarian with the shotgun was going to save them during.
Yeah. I knew that was the only way.
Well, as soon as they passed the first time and she just sat in the room, I was like, well, at some point she's going to help them.
What were those dinosaurs?
I
thought they were genuinely just crocodiles.
They weren't crocodiles,
capros or something.
But they were also like standing up on their hind legs.
Yeah,
and,
they
were like
definitely
some
weren't.
sort of like lizard type of dinosaur. So like it's a different branch of ancient
need those in
reptile.
Ark.
There's some other like lizard. Basically, for all intents and purposes, ancient Komodo dragon is what I'm gonna say. Essentially, yeah, just some sort of lizard. It wasn't like the same type of dinosaurs because they were on all fours, and they had like scaly body armor, and the hind legs are different. It comes down to bone structure and like genetics, like branching. So
right. They were cool.
Yeah, it was fine, but yeah, I agree. It was pretty. A lot of the scenes were pretty obvious. There was like 2 or 3 that something crazy happens, including the sex scene.
Yeah, that one threw me for a loop. I was
there's a couple scenes.
You could have given me 100 guesses. I don't think I ever would have guessed like 2 dinosaurs having sex on a roof.
Doggy on the roof.
Might have guessed that like as a joke. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna make 2 dinosaurs fuck, and then it actually happens. But like, yeah, it was. That was probably the only part of the movie that I could think of that I did not foresee coming at all.
Yeah.
There was 1 or 2 other ones I feel like I remember thinking like, oh my God. I think there was like one of the first deaths maybe.
Did OBJ in 2015's death get you?
Yeah,
that one, yeah.
One dying actually did surprise.
I thought they were just all gonna live and it would be really cringe.
I agree. So when that happened, I was like, wow, okay, maybe there are stakes.
It was low-key like a cool looking death too. Like he got his whole leg chopped off, and then but then you guys get the scene you guys didn't like. But
another rant. I don't know why the fuck Obi-Wan was able to one-shot an Allosaurus.
yeah, that was dumb. There's no way that would happen.
I am so like.
Only if it was me.
I know it makes no sense. This whole movie's about Jurassic World teleporting into this whatever the hell. None of it makes sense, but I still don't care. I want the movie to make sense. Why isn't Allosaurus chasing this fucking middle-aged pizza driver through the street and he can't catch him? First of all, how are some wooden planks holding him back from killing fucking Scarlett Johansson or whatever? And then
and Hathaway,
whatever her name is. And then Obi-Wan Kenobi comes around the corner with a fucking baseball bat and knocks out an Allosaurus across the jaw. Forgets to give him narcotics. He gets back up and fucking.
He does
eats
get
him.
messed up though.
Yeah, but I just like, I don't know. It pissed me off. Like, to me, that's like the biggest, baddest, scariest dinosaur in the movie, and like they're able to like. I know he dies, but like it's because it's a typical. Babe, it's okay. I got him, and then he fucking dies. Yeah. He wins a 1v1 versus an Allosaurus in the front yard. Like it takes away the like I'm scared of the dinosaurs for me.
See, for me personally, I don't see it as he didn't win. He got a meaty hit on it that was like a F-off hit, knock him to the ground. And I agree, it was egregious. Like, it shouldn't have been that impactful. But he dies 3 seconds later.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't see it as like he wins.
But
because he doesn't.
How does the hammer do that much damage? And,
I agree.
And the gun didn't. She shot him like twice.
Oh, I think a hammer in itself. I mean, the gun's gonna go through it, which I think it did. I think it hit like.
I'm just saying. I think the dinosaur would have reacted more to the gunshot than the hammer.
Sure, I agree with that. I think with the hammer, it was too powerful. It was like he should have got a hit. It should have like whatever like got hit and then just went
yeah,
right back.
exactly.
It shouldn't have get knocked to the ground.
I mean, and literally knocked him to the ground.
Yeah.
Like,
if that was, I thought for a second that's how it was going to end, and I was actually going to be upset. But then he gets up and instantly bites his leg.
I'm like trying to think of like the physics of that. If that even makes sense. I don't even know if
A
someone.
human cannot swim.
That's what I was
That's
gonna
way
say.
too much weight.
hard
Like-
enough to blunt force knock a fucking Allosaurus out. That shit pissed me
Yeah,
clean
there's
off.
no way.
There was a bunch of like other physics stuff, like when they were holding back the door on the raptors going at the door. That's not possible.
And they didn't lock the door.
Or the snake.
Bro.
Or the snake, yeah.
And then they left the dad to do it by himself. Like they didn't even all try to help him during that scene.
In like the beginning, whenever it's like, first of all, I'm just going on a tangent. This movie's dog shit. When the fucking lights go out and they hear this big lightning, nobody knows it's an apocalypse yet. They're literally all saying like, that was weird. I guess the power's out. And dad, like they hear someone scream, so dad's like, I'm gonna go check and make sure everyone's okay. He walks out the front door and goes, hello? All right, and then he turns around and walks back inside, and his daughter starts crying. Like,
Dude,
what
she was
the fuck
crying
is
the whole
problem?
movie.
She was
What is the
crying whole
problem?
movie.
You know how many times the power went out or I heard someone scream as a kid and I didn't go to my mom fucking crying and my dad had to go yell hello to the neighborhood? I just check when the fucking internet's coming back on. I call Comcast. I don't know. This shit pissed me off.
Yeah, I mean, did the big white light not happen during that one? I can't remember because there's two instances.
The what?
The big like white light or whatever. Did that not happen during that moment?
It did, but they thought it was lightning.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it happened before that moment.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's sitting in the car, and then it happens, and he runs inside.
Well, it was like the first one because it happened like a smaller one. And
Yeah.
then-
Okay. Yeah.
I
then
guess
there was
like
the big one.
I guess you're obviously not gonna think, oh, I wonder if something like that actually happened. But the fact that they were like, oh yeah, it's just lightning was crazy because their whole house shook and everything was white and they said their eardrums went out and they just thought, yeah, it's just probably lightning. Like there's just no way.
Also, the scene where she's like in the car, like listening to music and like crying.
service is that?
I think it's supposed to be like
It would just be like,
emotional-
oh yeah, she's crying,
like
but we
she-
can
like,
tell,
She
bro.
wants to be a normal kid.
She wants an escapism
Yeah.
of like this crazy situation I'm in. Let me at least try to relax somewhat to music. I appreciated that part, but like you go ahead. I'm sure you didn't like it.
I mean, I didn't feel any. It maybe would have had more weight if she wasn't crying every other moment of the movie. So like her crying for another 30 seconds of the movie was just like, okay.
I think yeah, if that's the case, it would have helped. I thought that was warranted, honestly. But if they had taken out some of the other moments,
That's what I'm saying.
It would have made it better.
It would have held weight if she wasn't crying every other moment.
I
of the
really
movie.
thought that scene was gonna be like she's being dumb and has music on and a dinosaur's gonna hear it and come to the garage. That's what I thought.
That's where I thought it was going to. The reason I didn't like that scene is because it felt like it was trying to be more serious and make you care about these characters when the rest of the movie you don't give a fuck about the characters. There is no character development. There's
the only one I rocked was Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway's character. She
I
was
mean,
putting in work.
She obviously like outperformed everyone. Obi-Wan Loki can't act. I don't know how he got into Star Wars. Fucking
That's
Brian.
high bar.
Yeah, that's really.
I know. I'm just talking shit. Brian fucking sucked, and I know he's a kid. I'm sorry, Brian. I hope you're not watching this.
Well,
There's no
Bro,
career.
I want
in
to
the
say
future for
Brian, bro. That he needs to put the bow
Oh
down.
my god.
Someone needs to get that motherfucker a smithy. It was actually pissing me off so bad. I don't know why he.
No,
every single time when he missed the fucking Allosaurus in the garage, he pulls it out from behind the car, and then just like
Just airballs, bro. The thing is, I thought it was gonna be one of those stupid moments where he just misses every shot, and then there's one like clutch shot he hits to save someone at the end of the movie. And be like, okay, man, but he just misses everything,
This also
It's
remi-
actually on Stormtrooper mode. It's
bro.
crazy.
this reminds me of the snake because he finally hits the snake, and the snake is like, "Oh,
Point blank.
I'm gonna go. I'm
The
gonna
snake
go
is
upstairs."
point blank. Like,
And then, but then the snake's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna get him," and he goes back upstairs. And then Anne Hathaway's stabbing the snake like 30 times.
Yeah, why would the snake not turn around right
Blood's
there?
pouring out everywhere, and then
At
the
least it
snake's just
left,
like,
but-
"Nah, I'm not gonna turn around and go after her." Like
Yeah.
what?
I thought
Makes
so.
no
at least
sense.
it left, but like, yeah, if it's doing that much work and it reacted that harshly to that arrow going into it,
By the way, Brian somehow can't pull the bow back to hit anybody, but he can hold the door against a Titanoboa. It's just fine.
That's why the point I made. The raptors are easily getting through the door. That snake is getting through the door. Those are big creatures that weigh like 10, 50 times more than you. You're not defending that. But that's not. I'm not going to hold that against this movie as much as some of the other actual plot and dialogue based things. So that happens in a lot of movies.
One positive thing I want to say is I did like some of the like dinosaur designs. Like they looked cool. The CGI was good. Like some of the dinosaurs looked badass. I think the Allosaurus was pretty cool. But I'm gonna turn right back around and shit on this movie. I think a lot of the designs were also terrible. Like to the point. I'm just being honest. Like,
You just contradict your statement.
Well, some can be great and some can be terrible. That can be a thing. Like again, the Allosaurus looked really cool. I really liked that one. But then like the Raptors looked so like I appreciate trying to deviate from the classic raptor. Don't make it look like a Jurassic Park raptor. Don't make it look like a raptor we've all. I get it. They're dinosaurs. We don't know what they truly looked like. So again, some deviation is cool, and I appreciate the boldness to not just do the Velociraptor like everyone else has ever seen. But it looked so not raptor to me that I genuinely turned to Stripes and I was like, what is that? Like in the first like chase scene, I was like, is that supposed to be a raptor?
I figured
it looked like a big Troodon.
Yeah.
Not a raptor. Okay, I just looked it up. So first of all, we are correct. Allosaurus. Good job, guys.
Okay,
You guys remember the Spinosaur, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Stegosaurs. There was that Ankylosaur. I think it was in the backyard.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
logged by the Allosaurus.
The pterosaurs, obviously, which I think there was a Tronthognathus, which is the one that has like the weird shaped
those ones
jaw.
were good.
That was really good.
Are you guys talking about the very first like chase in the movie? That
Yes.
animal that you guys thought was a raptor?
Yeah.
I didn't
So
know what it was.
it's
But that's
a-
what you guys think is a raptor.
Yes, that is a Colophysis.
Okay.
I can't
I'm
fully
saying,
say.
I didn't think that was a raptor because it looked way different. Like,
So-
I didn't think so
Yeah.
either, but
I thought it was because that's just the generic dinosaur that a lot of
Yeah.
movies do.
yeah.
Which I was gonna say, like if it is, raptors are not that big. That's what's something that Jurassic Park and World get completely wrong. But I mean, it's whatever, I guess. But yes, the Colophysis, maybe Colophysis. I'm gonna say Colophysis. It's slightly larger than a raptor would be, and
Okay.
much smaller than what a T-Rex or a Allosaur, like a lot of the larger theropods. So I think that works actually. I have no idea about the.
Add it to ARC.
It probably is an arc.
so that's what like all of them were.
Yeah,
Like,
which
throughout the movie,
no
they
idea
covered
if
that.
they actually hunt in packs or if they look anything like that. Once again,
Well,
can't tell you.
I will say randomly another one spawned in during that chase and started like going, and there was 3 together in that
There was
one thing.
multiple
There were,
throughout
like,
the whole
6.
movie. Like you would see them like just crossing the street, like going from
in
house
the
to
back.
house,
There
and
were
murdering
packs of
everybody.
The main dinosaur. I think.
Yeah.
They were.
Like the Allosaurus was the main character, but they were like the main.
They were like
grunt
the Allosaurus was the main
dinosaur.
threat, but there were a bunch of those Colophyses, like
Yeah.
and obviously the Spinosaur, which
Dude,
actually
the
went
Spinosaur
away.
is probably my favorite design.
I was gonna. Ask,
It was really
Did
good.
you guys
Yeah.
have a favorite dinosaur or like chase scene? Was there one that you were like, okay, that one was pretty? Cool?
I'm like there was stupid moments turned on them, but like the reason why I'm like higher on this movie than you guys is I thought most of those chase scenes were actually kind of fun. Like
Definitely.
Yeah, I
like
agree.
the snake one, I thought was extremely
was-
tense, even though there was some obviously some good stuff in it.
it was tense. That was not a problem.
I thought
with
there was a
it.
lot
just-
of fun stuff.
Lucky
I
not.
low-key
Bro.
wish the snake would have just attacked more.
Yeah, favorite chase scene though. I will say the only one that's popping in my mind. The one thing I really liked about the Allosaurus that scene is that how you just see it in the back and it just you see it coming towards.
That
them.
was I was gonna say that might be actually the most tense or like
Yeah.
terrified I
Yes,
was in that
because
I'm like,
I love that because usually they'll do something stupid and they'll see it and they'll like try and hide or something, but like it just comes at them and they're just on top of
and
them.
the other thing that I actually like that they get right, which they don't do in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, it doesn't roar until it's spotted. So like it genuinely, because the only reason you're roaring as a dinosaur is if you're signaling to other dinosaurs, which if you're a solo hunter is genuinely just to scare other dinosaurs away. So there's zero reason to roar if you're about to pounce and attack on your prey. So it actually stalks up on them. And when they get spotted and they start running, then it roars and attacks them. So I thought that was actually really cool.
Yeah.
So I appreciated that.
I agree. I want to piggyback off that. That was the one thing that I felt like they did well to make it feel more creepy, scary, horror, whatever you want to say. It's a pet peeve of mine watching other dinosaur films where the T-Rex comes out, there's a group of people, and he stops and goes, and it's like, okay, well now they fucking know.
I think
you're
it does
here.
that every single Jurassic World.
That's what I'm saying, and it's like, oh, there's the fucking T-Rex. Like,
Yeah.
why would they do that? You know
No,
what
that's
I mean?
the way like I really enjoyed all those action sequences, and then the way they shot it, which I brought up earlier about how they make it tense and they zoom in, so you just didn't know what was going to show up. I thought all that was good. So just the horror aspects really made me enjoy this more than probably you guys did. But
Also, what did you guys think about the subplot that she like basically wanted to leave her kids and family behind?
I feel
It was
like
just to add
it
more-
could have been cool, and they didn't really do much with it. So I mean, it was very obvious to me that the rest of the movie was going to be them like bonding together in a way. And then it
I was
then
gonna say,
not.
I obviously I found out that this movie was based off of a book.
Yeah.
I'm sure the book probably touches on that. That's like probably much more of a like important plot.
There's probably a
point
lot more
in the
character
book. Yeah.
development.
yeah, and it actually that's probably like kind of one of the main storylines is like her like realizing throughout this whole scenario that she loves her family and wants to stay with them. Like that's kind of like the main point. But like I feel like that would have been the payoff is probably way better in the book.
You don't really
I'm
see
just
anything
guessing.
that happens to signify her change in that.
No, and
So-
the only build up we get is that she's written a book about how she feels and she's shared it with this old lady.
And then the dad finds out about it.
Yeah, well, and yeah, he knows about it. Like they're keeping stuff from each other, but it's just like
But there's no
There's
reason
no
for
just-
them to change. I mean,
no.
other than the fact that he dies and she has to deal with that, I guess. But like, that's it, really.
and she only has to deal with that for what 30 seconds before the pizza man shows up and he's back in the life. Like
I don't know. It's a bit more than that, but yeah, obviously it gets solved at the end. So, I agree though.
That's kind of what I meant when I said that. I feel like there was no like actual character development. I did not care about any of these characters.
no,
Or honestly,
or any of their subplots.
they should have, in my opinion, just gone more into fuck it. This is going to be a goofy slasher dinosaur film, and not tried to make me care so much.
Because that was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, and like if it didn't waste as much screen time on like mom and dad are screaming, little girls crying in the fucking room. Oh my god, mom and dad are arguing again. And it's just like I get it. I've seen this 100 times. They just didn't touch on it enough to make it actually move me.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of their names except for Obi-Wan Kenobi. So it obviously I was not that excited about the characters.
He was Greg, wasn't he?
Greg, Denise is Anne Hathaway, Audrey,
Yeah, I remember Denise.
I remember Audrey.
and Brian.
What was the other girl's name?
Janine.
Jeanette.
Janine, I'm pretty sure.
Did you just say that?
Jeanette.
Nice.
Final thing I'll say is that I, going into it, I wanted this. I didn't really know for sure. I had a idea of what it could be. I wanted this to be just a true dinosaur horror movie because, as Nick said earlier, a lot of the Jurassic movies are thrillers.
It's just thriller, yeah.
But there's very, very little actual sort of horror sequences. Really, only Jurassic Park 1 has some of the stuff with the T-Rex, I would say.
the best
And-
one, by the way.
Yes.
Easily.
There are some in Jurassic Park 2. There's some Spinosaur
And
stuff that is like
That's
low-key
true.
kinda-
And I was also gonna say
like
there's
the phone.
Yeah.
The
But in Jurassic World 2, the Fallen Kingdom one, when they're at the house and the raptors going
yeah.
out, there actually is some of that there.
Yeah.
Either way, I wanted them to lean into that for like 90% of the movie. I wanted this movie to be pure dinosaur horror because I think that'd be incredible. So I don't know if that movie does exist. If it does, I need to watch it. But I think that they should have just not gone with any lighthearted,
Pretty much what you
funny
said,
stuff,
yeah.
campy stuff. Because, and not even like, I really just want the horror side of it. I don't necessarily want the slasher side of it. You can have some of that for sure, which I think they had enough in my opinion. But I want like actual horrifying dinosaur like chase sequences. They were good, but I wanted great and I wanted more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they maybe focused just like too much like on these subplots that probably exist in the book. Like I feel like you either need to go fully into making it as authentic to the book as possible, or like just go the opposite, like you said, and just we're gonna fall out and make this like a just scary dinosaur movie. Like
Yeah.
you just need to pick one or the other instead of playing in the middle.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
I'll finish with this. So in terms of the plot and story, if you're going to this movie, like you're like, I hope let's get like a cinematic movie, plot, story, writing, dialogue, all that. It genuinely is like a 1 or 2 out of 10. Like you can't argue that. The reason why I gave it a higher score is I thought the action, the horror, the tension, all that was generally like an 8 or 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed all those parts, so it evens out for me in the middle. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it a
I'm
lot.
just
But
saying, there was definitely some good parts to that, and there was a couple moments that were actually funny to me. It wasn't a lot, but it was like 2 or 3, and some of them were like, "Oh my god, this is so bad, it's good." But yeah, so once, like as Nick's saying, don't expect this incredibly well written and performed and directed movie. But if you just want to mess around and have fun, talk a bunch of crap with your friends about it, it can actually be a really fun experience.
Definitely a movie you need to see with friends. I feel
Yes,
like
if you watch it by yourself, you're
do
probably
not go
just
watch
fine.
it by yourself. I feel like by yourself would just
You could actually have a fun time with friends. But
yeah.